when I say this one had me in disarray, it had me in disarray. Okay. Um, I feel like this one was needed for the collective. So yes, I did technically skip one, but what the hell does that mean? Any morning, how anyway, thank you, Spirit. This channel, it's it's like when you're on a road trip, right? Back when before, Bluetooth and whatnot, one of those road trips, those. And you gotta find a good radio station. One that pleases the driver, so that way they can stay awake but still be a part of the conversation, but still be really focused on the road, mainly focused on the road. So they really gotta have something in the background going. Well, also enough for the person right next to him. So it's like I gotta decide. I gotta navigate. But also it's like, for the people in the back. So that everybody's like, oh, okay, this ain't a bad, I don't mind, and if we need to sing along during the conversation, it's good, like background music, almost, or good road trip music. I feel like it started off as background music. And the reason why I'm saying that with the whole radio situation is like you tuned in, you found that, right? And I'm saying tuned in, I'm talking about them, yeah, the ones where you really gotta turn the knob and get the correct station, not just boop, boop, boop. No, we're turning the knob here. Almost like cracking a safe, unlocking something. I didn't even move this out the way. I feel like colors is very prominent for you here. So I am going to pull them from the color deck, but you tuned into that perfect radio station. The 89.9s, I'm just thinking the ones that's off the top of my head. 98.3s, the whatever. That the radio stations like this is good. This is good. FM, or we want a little bit of that classical. AM is good too, and the jazz and whatnot. AM. So it's like depending on, again, tuning into that frequency. What mode are we going into here? Y'all have me in a razzle dazzle, in a titsy mitsy, like it's talk about being vocal. And I chose the blue paper, obviously, but it is everywhere. It is everywhere, but it was just like all over the place. Not like necessarily like it didn't make sense because one thing led to another, but it was like all over the place over the paper. It was like you were having different thoughts, different memories of different things. It's like this, but then this, and like, what if that happened? It's very like I'm good with talking. I'm good with speaking energy, and you don't have to necessarily be a talkative person to be very vocal. Music can be significant. You can be somebody that's like, okay, I'm gonna sing, or music really gets, it's very vocal energy. And it's been kind of like, okay, we're here, we're getting their energy. They're getting more comfortable with it. With how this is working, with how this is happening. They're getting more comfortable. Okay. And so when spirit is comfortable, they're gonna be just coming in at random times. And I feel like that also the AM PM with the frequency is finding the right schedule for you. I'm hearing the correct schedule for you, what works for you. Like wake up, bedtime. Are you setting alarms first? And are you okay? I need the TV on, and I'm gonna set. Like, am I more of a night owl? So that means I need to take naps during the day. That type of thing. Where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna be, let me work with my schedule. Let me tune into the right frequency. And recognizing that, so that way my voice is utilized from a place of love, which is truth, which is sincerity, which is compassion, which is abundance, which is expansion, which is so many things and more. So I can be vocal about that. Now, I feel like this is very also Capricorn energy. I didn't write that, but I'm getting that energy now. I say Capricorn energy. Let me get into this before they keep. You guys must really like to write because they just really felt comfortable with just writing. So get into some channel writing where you just like, just whatever it is, just write it. I have to get more journals because I've just been getting more into that mode. So kind of align with this message as well. It feels like, yeah, let's just, I don't, like I said, it's vocal, whether it's singing, whether it's through music, whether that is through talking, whether it's through journaling. I'm seeing, just always like it's a communication. And it's crazy that I said a road trip because typically when you're doing those, you need to be able to communicate with either self if you're going on a personal road trip or with friends, with family, with whatever. Know exactly where you're going, know what route you're going to take. It's a communication of more than just it's a conversation. I keep saying that we are on the throat chakra, but it feels very significant, very important to be open to speaking. I'm hearing humming as well. Humming can go a long way for you. Um, I'll say let's get into this. So I got now they give me put that down here. We'll get to that. I like the writing very much is an outlet, an easy capability for you once you get into it. Even if it's just, or even, but this mode of really putting it down and being able to see it and go everywhere and move as quickly as your brain does, I'm feeling will really kind of calm some of that trickiness and anxiety as well. And being able to flourish and be like, okay, I know exactly what I'm saying. I know why I'm saying it. I can also calm myself down. I can, it's able to recognize, okay, I got a lot going on up here. Let me put it somewhere. Okay. I say, I thought that was okay. We have tricky Scorpio energy. Was like the first thing I got because this is the 13th card. I like to look for the card, channel the card, get a little bit more of the energy, all these things. It says tricky Scorpio energy. And when I was getting ready to read that just now for you guys, they gave me one trick pony. But I put pony down here by Chopin, which was also written. But in parentheses, they had me write with the arrow one time, pointed at the Chopin. And now we have pony down here by one trick pony. Scorpio energy, rebirth energy, self power energy, realization of the depth and how far you can go when you go to those dark parts, those murky parts, those, okay, are we really for to sit and have a conversation about what we actually done, what we've actually did? Are we going to start living our life in a way where our voice has this command of knowing that we can hold truth for ourselves, accountability for ourselves, love for ourselves, shame for ourselves, growth for ourselves. But this is you're doing a lot of reflection right now, and it's crazy because for these I like to do a pick a card, but there was no pick a card energy when I was writing this. Every single card that I'm going to pull from each pile resonates with some of these things in one way, aspect or another. I can say that with confidence. I can say that with knowing. You don't have to recognize with all of it, but each pile has something that resonates. It's almost like this is the core card. Not even the third chakra. This, what is actually truly being spoken, said, written. It's almost like a written word. I love to say, create your own Bible. If you really got the connection, they all have the connection. We could all just start writing what Spirit is telling us if that's it. If that's what's going on. I swear. We feeling like the little grass we waving on the grass, but it's okay. But show pony, one trick pony. But I've also been getting this channel messages for the collective of circus energy, of clown energy, of just, but like, almost like, do I look like I work there? What is making you think that I want to be a part of the circus? What makes you think me? And I'm saying animal, creature, being wants to be a trick pony at all. And I'm hearing one time like it only took one time, because on top of one time we have one hit. And it doesn't feel like physical violence, trigger warning, but if it is, sending you love, healing, clean care, escape, okay, my darlings. But it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like it just one peep, one I see that kind of close it all out, which is also why I'm getting the Capricorn energy, a lot of death energy. You're going through a lot of, it's like, what's my remind myself? It's like when you are having that part right before you go to sleep. Well, I don't really, and it's like that falling moment. You keep, oh, okay. All right, we not there yet, but it's like you're in that in between spot, and you keep, and you can kind of feel like, so your body wants to be more vocal with this death, this change. It's almost like a primal rage or primal screaming. Because I also a lot of animal energy, but a lot of like captive animal energy. Because we have prized pig. I don't like show pet, show pony, one trick pony, prize pig. Like a lot of like caged animal energy, like locked. Like we're gonna show you off. We're gonna, look at them, look at what they can do. And it's typically more so look at what I made them do. Cause that is a forced submission that doesn't come with fun, love, joy, what they're trying to replicate. It comes with like, why are you riding on the elephant's back? An elephant was never created to be ridden on. What are you doing? Because your kid wants to. They don't even get to see their kid. Fuck your kid. Sorry. I say, but it's like, if you really want something for your kid, teach them in a way that's like, go see elephants in the natural habitat. Leave them the fuck alone, if anything. And I say, oh, you can't, okay, show them a video. Create little activists in them. I don't know. But you just want a picture with your kid. That baby is in pain. And it feels like this energy, a lot of, like elephant now, a lot of energy coming out. Of being put on display, of being shown. Like, look at what I've created, look at what I molded. A lot of, and I'm not even want to throw this around, it could be a lot of narcissist energy around you. Like, look at what I've done, look at what I've molded. Very weird. Very odd. It's like taking credit for your work, for your energy. Oh my God, this kid. He's in the back. You see him? Taking credit for your work, for your energy, for your creation. I think he needs water, so give me a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Is there something else? Say, listen, for the voice you think you gave to me, yeah. a lot of just, it's almost like a resignation, almost like I'm leaving. This is why I don't know this. Like a resignation from like old contracts, old bindings. Like I don't know. This is me signing off, signing out. Yeah, yeah. We have lost for words at the top. We have hard won. A lot of just very abrasive, rough, rigid, hard, self-absorbed, egotistical. A lot of like, and it took like one hit of the notice. I'm like, this ain't it. This ain't what I want. This ain't what I need. And it's like it started possibly in small actions, small outbursts. And then like you really cannot, yeah. And I feel like you have turned into the heart one, but not in the way that you necessarily think. Because I got coconut, and then in parentheses I got flavor with a question mark. But I feel like it's like that, but the insides are nice and soft. They're refreshing. It's healing. You know, it's okay. You can cook with it. You can lather yourself with it. You know, help your cat with the fur ball. All the good things. But it takes some getting into. But you can get into it, is what I'm hearing. It hasn't hardened your heart necessarily. It just has allowed your voice to be something that doesn't crack as easily, or if at all, that doesn't shake. That even if you do stumble over your words or mispronounce words, you're still going to say what needs to be said. Because what's inside of this fruit, baby, is sweet. It's needed. Or it's plain. I don't really like coconut plain. I kind of am. I kind of do because I like amounts. Anyway, the other way. Might move forward, moving on. Coconut flavor. Sweetness. Um, I'm hearing dogs lap it up. Push. Psh. I wrote dogs lap it up. Psh. Again, animals. Dogs lap up a whole lot of shit, including their own shit. Especially if they're in a situation where it's not a healthy environment, they will eat. Or if they're not feeling a certain way, or if they're going through certain mental things. But so when the human one is reached that point, a lot of just even the way that I wrote it, I can tell it was almost like some has lots of heart pressure, and I'm writing this all over the place. Some has high pressure, some has low pressure, some is very quiet. Let's over this one. Okay, don't stop. It's almost like it's the quiet, because it's not. It doesn't feel like the truth because the big ones are keep going, but the don't stop feels like don't stop. Like almost, but there is no parentheses, so it's a little bit of confusion there. And I feel like when you go quiet or feel like you don't have much to say or what is worthy of what do you have to say that is worthy these things? And recognizing that, it feels like okay, dog slap it up. Like you just real because even with the over this one, it's quite like I'm over this one. Like it just feels whispered. Even though okay, it's like okay. It's like you're slowly pulling back, slowly rebelling. So see what I said? We was gonna get slowly rebellion. I can't even say it. It's crazy. Because I feel like you're at this point to rebel, to be rebellious, to be. This is like, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I'm going to keep going. Because right under that, we have moonshine. So we have the dogs lap it up, but then we have moonshine in bold. Moonshine, moonshine. I'm like, wait, what even people that drink that were like moonshine or something else? Moonshine is that shit, okay, moonshine, and, you know. But I feel like it's in an era becoming something that, yes, you can consume it, but it's not that easy to get into. It's not that easy to break into. It's not that easy to consume. I'm not that easily digestible anymore. I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm going into the dark side of that Scorpio, Lilith, changing type of energy. You're at a loss for words. I feel like that's what she's gonna be saying to people. I know you at a loss for words. You at a loss for words. You at a loss for words. I say, let's get into this. I feel like that channel man just said a whole lot, so I'm pulling, you know. So, but again, all resonates with it. All resonates with it, and I'm honestly only really feeling. Oh, that one and a half energy. A one energy, but like there's more. So come on now. It ain't even too much to be said because they said it's been saying. Gosh, we ain't even pull no cards yet. We ain't even pull no cards yet. Ashe. Yeah. We also got fame, question mark. I forgot to say that one. But I feel like some things may have been said or done, like, oh, they only did it for this, or they only do it for that. Possibly about you. Or they feel like they can use you for that in some sort of way. Because we got fame, and then that's also where the okay came out, but it was quiet. Like, okay. Oh, that show only one true pony. They're just staring at me. And then dogs being supplied, and dogs are typically, which is because I got stuff by a dog the other day. Shade. Dogs are typically, presented under being loyal, guardians, protectors, I don't know why they were some starving energies. For something that is not your business, not your worry, not your concern.